So over the years, I've heard so many people say things like going to the gym is a waste of time, or why are you always in the gym, like so concerned about your looks? Like stop coping, bro. Like why are you always lifting weights and you're always there? Today I want to talk about why going to the gym and becoming aesthetic, working towards your dream physique, will literally change your life forever. There's really 4 key things that I noticed changed in my life and massively improved as I went into the gym, stayed consistent, and started building that dream physique. So the first thing is attraction. Of course, you're gonna become more attractive. Most guys who go into the gym, if they're actually admitted, if they're actually self-aware of what they're doing and their actions and they're conscious, will admit that they are, at least in large part, going to the gym to become more attractive to women, right? Like it's not a big deal to admit this. It's not something you have to be ashamed about. I don't know why there's this sort of stigma that I've seen where people are like, oh, I'm just doing it for me, bro. Like screw these women. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Like we are on this planet and most things we do on this planet are to increase our status, and so we have a better opportunity and chance of like finding another person and having kids and continuing the species. So this whole thing of like women and men being like, oh, I'm not doing it for you, I'm not doing it for you, is just ridiculous, because in a large part we are, if we actually admit it. The great thing about going to the gym, man, is like it's the great equalizer, right? Everybody can go into the gym and build a great physique. I don't want to hear shit about genetics. I don't want to hear all these complaints. Oh, dude, I can't build my physique because my genetics suck. No, it's not the problem, okay? That is not the problem. And every single person has the ability to improve from where they are right now, right? You have the ability, no matter where you are, where your physique is, or what your genetics are, to massively improve your attractiveness and your looks and everything in your life from where you are right now. Like for guys who are short, right? For guys who maybe are just like kind of ugly, don't have like the good facial features, building a physique is the best thing that you can do, and it's the highest chances you're going to have of literally increasing your attractiveness. There's nothing else that you can do or anything else that's even similar to the amount of improvement you can make as building a great physique. So for me, I definitely noticed a difference when I got into the gym, started building more muscle. I noticed that I not only would get like more attention and like looks and like signals and stuff from women, but also just my girlfriend is like way more attracted to me, and everything is so much better in the relationship because of the fact that I actually took action and started to build my physique. And you notice a lot of times this attraction could be just simply from the fact that you have a better posture now, you become more confident, you know, obviously lifting weights increases your testosterone, and of course the fact that you're building muscle. All of these factors come together to make you more attractive. All right, so the second thing I noticed was an increase in like respect, or I guess you could say maybe like status, you know, because think about it this way, man. Society values things that are rare, right? And for people to be in good shape, to become aesthetic, to really have an amazing physique, that is a rare thing to have, right? That's rare. And it's rare because most of our society, especially like people in the West, right? We don't really move as much as we used to. The technology has allowed us to kind of spend a ton of time sitting. And then on top of that, we have introduced all these processed foods that are high in sugar, high glycemic, and just full of carbs, right? So it really keeps people out of shape and just unhealthy. So when you are in the opposite position and you're healthy and you look attractive and you've been working on yourself, that is a rare thing. That is a rare thing. And so you will have an increase in terms of status and respect from society because of the fact that you now are more rare, right? That's just the way that it works. The other thing too is like with men, you'll definitely get more respect from men. If you're someone who maybe has been like on the smaller side and you kind of been like, maybe like some of you have been like bullied or anything like that has happened, you'll definitely notice a difference in terms of the respect that you get from men, because just naturally, I don't even think it's something that we think about, but like say you're walking down the street, right? You're walking down the street, you're walking by like some guy, you kind of have like this thing in the back of your mind, and you're not even really thinking about it. It's just like instinct of like sizing each other up, right? Because way back in time, imagine like if you came across another guy, it might mean like you need to fight or protect your tribe or whatever. So it's just something that we do kind of instinctively. And I definitely notice a difference with, you know, becoming bigger, obviously, and having more muscle. Obviously, it makes you more of a, I guess maybe like a threat or more formidable, right? And also guys can see the fact that you've been in the gym working out, and they understand, as a guy, they understand how much work that takes. And right, so there's a sense of respect that you get from that. And I think it's just really important to recognize that this is something that will literally change your life. So the third thing that changed for me, and hopefully for you too, is that building an aesthetic physique will actually make you more money. Now, you wouldn't even necessarily think that this is true, because you have to spend more time, you have to spend money for like food and stuff and like for your gym membership. So you'd be like, how does this make me more money, right? But what's crazy, they actually have done studies on this to see, and they've shown that like when you become like fit and in shape and you're muscular and you work out, you literally make more money, whether that be at like at a job or like whatever. And I'm not gonna like link to studies, bro. Like just go look it up on Google. Like it's a pretty well, like there's pretty well-known studies out there showing this. And essentially, you know, this could be for a lot of different factors. It's because, like I said before, that kind of ties in with like the status and respecting, right? Society kind of values you at a higher level, whether that, like, it doesn't really matter whether you think it's fair or not. It's just the human nature, right? Society values you at a higher level when you're more in shape and stuff. Your testosterone is going to be obviously higher from lifting weights. That's going to affect your confidence. And so all these things will help you make more money. There's 3 other things too that I noticed kind of improved. And once those things improved, I started to make more money. The first thing was it teaches you a lot about discipline. When you're going into the gym and you're working out and you're trying to build that dream physique, there's no like faking that shit. You have to be disciplined. You have to be on point, right? And so over time, showing up for those workouts, over time, making sure you're not just constantly eating junk food, right? And you're kind of following your meal plan, getting your steps in, all these sorts of things, really builds your self-discipline. Like I used to be a very undisciplined person, and I'm not by any means perfect or anything like that, you know, but the amount of self-discipline I have now compared to like years ago is crazy. It's crazy, like the amount of stuff I'm able to do. So that lends obviously really well if you like trying to get like a promotion in a job or trying to start a business or anything like that. It will develop your discipline like nothing else. The second thing I wanted to mention was it really shows you and teaches you about delayed gratification. So delayed gratification, you know, discipline is really about doing something when you don't feel like it. Whereas delayed gratification is sort of understanding that there's a lag between what you're doing right now and the result you're going to get. So for example, when you're in the gym, right, you're going to go into the gym, you're going to start working out, you know, for days, weeks. You're not really seeing results, right? You're not really seeing the muscle that's being built because it's slow, like it takes time, right? Obviously, you can speed it up by knowing the proper, having the proper knowledge and doing the right things and systems. But it takes time. And so it's going to take you weeks, months for you to really notice a huge change. And so that teaches you about delayed gratification. It teaches you, even though I'm not seeing results right now, I still need to take action. I still need to do what's hard now so that in the future I can get the result. And so that was a huge thing that it taught me, because for me, just in life in general, and even too, like with this YouTube channel, if you want to start a YouTube channel like I'm doing right now, you're going to need some delayed gratification, bro. Like you're not going to get this channel monetized and nothing's going to happen. You're going to get like no views. So it teaches you about delayed gratification, and it teaches you to keep moving and keep pushing forward even when you're not seeing those results. So the third reason why building an aesthetic physique will really help you make more money is pretty simple, right? It comes down to your health, right? Your health will be massively improved when you get into the gym and you start lifting weights. Why? Because your testosterone will increase. If your testosterone increases, well, what's going to happen then? Oh yeah, you become more confident, right? And if you become more confident, you have the ability to find better jobs, start a business, start a side hustle, and you're going to have more energy because it gives you way more energy. Combine that with learning the right procedures for sleeping, getting the proper amount of sleep. It'll teach you about food, what you should be eating, what you should not be eating. You know, how does this food affect your body? Oh, well, I just learned, you know, through trying to like cut down and bulk and stuff and do all these different things that my body doesn't really like these foods, right? It teaches you about not constantly eating a bunch of processed foods that you shouldn't be eating that are making you feel like shit. So in general, to wrap that up, like your health will improve and you won't feel like shit every day. And so that's going to allow you to make more money, right? It's pretty simple. All right, so the fourth thing that I noticed completely changed within my life was my self-esteem and confidence. So a lot of us, especially as younger guys, struggle with like confidence. We'll be like, oh man, like I don't have any like game, or like my riz is like not good or whatever. And it's like, dude, yeah, you know why that is? It's because you weren't confident. And confidence, the reason why a lot of times we're all looking and watching these videos constantly and stuff is because we're looking for answers because we aren't confident enough to either take action or to know what to do. And so when you're not confident, right, and you don't have that level of like knowing what you're going to do and not being so afraid, then you're not really going to get results. And so for me, my confidence massively improved because I actually was doing something that was giving me results. And confidence comes from being competent at something, right? Accomplishing something, having something under your belt that you're good at or that you've done. And so when you go into the gym and you build that aesthetic physique and you build the muscle and you're just working, you got that discipline, delayed gratification, you're becoming more attractive, you become more confident. you will become more confident. It just goes hand in hand, right? Like I said earlier too, combined like with the increase in your testosterone, you will become more confident. And so your confidence will increase, and so does your self-esteem. For me, my self-esteem was pretty shit a few years ago. I'm not gonna lie. I was skinny fat. I was drinking a lot of alcohol. I was in a job that I didn't like, living situation that I didn't like. It was pretty shit. And my self-esteem it's not perfect now. It's not like I am like happy necessarily with, everything in my life, but it's massively improved from where I was. And I'm no longer in that depressive state, right? I'm no longer in that state of being like my mindset being in like this dark place. I've advanced way beyond that point, and my self-esteem has massively come up, and my confidence has massively come up because I've actually become competent at something. Like I know how to get results, right? I know how to get results. I know how to literally transform physiques. Like I know how to do this shit because I've done it myself. So when you get on this journey and you do this, it will just completely change your life, right? Getting into the gym, becoming aesthetic will absolutely change your life. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Don't let people, because the people who are not getting in the gym and who are not following this path, right? Or just exercising or just becoming aesthetic in general, there is a part of them that understands that you are improving, and it's a whole crabs in a bucket thing where it kind of makes them uncomfortable because they see you going up and they kind of feel uncomfortable, so they kind of need to pull you back down or kind of throw some shade your way just to try to make you feel like, oh yeah, maybe I should just relax and take it easy with them, but don't do that. Do not fucking do that, because you're just going to fall back in the bucket with all the rest of the crabs. So if you need more help, check the first link in the description. I have a private community that's set up right now. It's in the founding member stage, solely dedicated towards helping you transform your physique as fast as possible. You can ask me any questions in there. We do group Q&As, and we're just helping keep each other accountable on our journey. So if you're interested in that, check out the first link in the description, and I will see you next time.